All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Today, we're doing it a little bit different. We are live here
Today,
at
we're
9.
doing it a little bit different.
Wow, that is loud. But the reason is we have the Bank of Japan tonight. It is about to be in 30 minutes. There's a couple of factors and things that are going to happen. I got a nice breakdown for you, Chatadonia. So don't you, we're going to go through all of it. So it's going to be like a normal watch list. However, instead of a Q&A, instead of doing anything at the end, the best part is we're going to be able to watch this live. We're going to see what happens to the yen. We're going to find out what happens. So this time, whether I'm right or wrong, we're going to be able to figure it out very, very quickly. So, Chad, I hope you're ready for it. If you are watching the recap, you're going to get a little bit of a weird dynamic here. I see everybody. There's a lot of you guys ready to go, baby. That's what I love to see. That's what I love to see. So good evening. You're going to have to bear with us a little bit, but hopefully I could get through this very quickly. And to give this to some of y'all, I hate to disappoint you guys. You know I love you. You know every day. You know we about that, man. It's a lot of fun, but here's the deal. After this watch list, unless I have the need, you know I got a couple of videos I may want to make, this will be the last watch list of 2023. Don't worry, I'll be back in 2024. We're still going to be streaming live, so make sure you go there, youtube.com/thestockmarket, baby. Okay, if you guys aren't familiar, man, every single morning. Yes. I thought I muted that one, but this is where it is, man, for real, especially even into tomorrow, because what you're going to find out about what we go over today, there is going to be a little bit of carry through that we're going to have to deal with, man. So Chatadonia, I hope you're ready, locked in. Before we get into the recap, what's up, man? What's up? What's up, Straw Hat? What's up, Wesley? I got to say hi to the live chat, baby. You guys are here. You guys are, man, I turned you guys into Bank of Japan nerds. You know that? I'm so honored that y'all share the nerdiness with me, where y'all are out here. It's 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. You know, and y'all here, baby. What up, ya basha? Isaiah Kabibi, it's Skodak, man. What up, Baba Chai? Jay Samuels, Graham's in the house. Are you kidding me? Dago, you matters. Oh my goodness, man. I'm not gonna be able to get all of them, man. I'm excited. I am very, very excited. So honestly, it's great to see y'all. Write down any notes you have. I already have my notes written down. If you have any questions, you let me know. But right off the bat, man, let us get right into the keys. Let's get right into it. The Bank of Japan, man, that is going to be happening here tonight. So in about 30 minutes, we will be getting this statement. And I talked about this earlier. This is the weird part. And like I was getting hyped up in the beginning about it, you remember Jerome Powell just last week, 2 weeks ago, everybody was hyped about it. And guess what? He came out with a pretty big surprise. If you're not aware of the surprise that occurred not too long ago, the market was pricing in 100 basis points of rate cuts. Powell and the Fed was like, we're at 75, and then the market went crazy off that. It was a very big event. Some of you would call it unexpected. Take a look at the S&P 500. You know, you're on your best rally here since like 2017. So you got a lot of different things going on there, but the thing is, this Bank of Japan meeting, it's like the same level of meeting now, but for Japan. So it could be very, very big tonight. This could have a big effect. And then how it's a little bit different, the statement comes out first, and then a few hours later, Ueda, that's the Jerome Powell of Japan, he comes on and then he does his press conference. So we're going to talk about a little bit of those factors, but this could be huge. But I hope you see it. This could also be a huge punt. And what I mean by that, like always, that it's going to be a hyped-up event. Things get really, really exciting, and then guess what happens? The event comes out, nothing new happens, everything happens as expected, and then what becomes a big event? Everybody says it's not that much. There's a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction, and then we move on to the next thing. So, yes, what is going to happen from a result of this is going to be very important. Maybe it's nothing, but now if you've heard me talk about this, if Bank of Japan today, if they choose to raise rates, this would be the end of negative interest rate policy, possibly the end of yield curve control. And if you're not familiar, Japan still has negative rates. The only place in the world right now that is still operating in that type of financial system. That is absolutely insane. So hopefully you understand the scope of what we're going to be dealing with and the effect of what happens after next rates. Guess that's huge. It's going to be great. But guess what? you have to understand what is going to lead into that. So I don't know if you guys are going to get disappointed by this. We're going to really, really nerd out so that whatever happens today, you should be prepared to follow along in the next month, next 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. You should know what to be watching for. So we'll get into the next key. There is a chance that Ueda, he's the Powell, Bank of Japan, that he surprises people with language talking about exiting. It's supposed to say exiting, not existing. Exiting policy. So again, just what was Powell doing last week? If you don't remember, what made everybody say the dot plot was good, but then Powell was talking about saying, hey, maybe we are going to exit high rate policy. Powell was discussing the opposite of what Japan is going to be doing. So what people are thinking is that for the most part, I believe 70% of economists right now are sitting at the point where they think nothing is going to happen. They're thinking that tonight, really 30 minutes, it's going to have an effect where, yeah, they may talk about some stuff, but you are not going to watch an exit of policy. So what are we going to be looking for tonight? You want to see any language talking about exiting policy. If maybe they don't do anything today, but the right words that discuss policy coming to an end, and if Ueda and everybody starts bringing up stuff in the statement that is showing that maybe they're preparing for that exit. Maybe it's not here today, just like, guess what? You don't have a rate cut, but guess after Powell, everybody started preparing for that. It's the same sort of logic here, and if that does happen, that will cause a very big bullish reaction on the yen, as we've been discussing as of late. Yeah, USG, JPY, it's going to be there. Yeah, this is live, man. It's live. We're even get ready for the event, baby. So you're going to see, but I want you guys to understand there's a chance that Ueda does the same thing. So guess what? Powell, he surprised everybody, but nothing changed. And that's what I was bringing up the other day, is that if Powell, if he was willing to kind of hint at that and take big steps, maybe we see that on the other side of the pond with Japan. So that's the first things here. But like I told you, you need to know what is going to lead up to the exit of policy in Japan. I've been talking about this a while. We've been making videos. It's super important. And now coming into today, all that matters is wages and inflation, pretty much. That is what people want to be looking at. So this is the reason why people think nothing is going to happen today, and this is where some people think that Ueda is going to show confidence in all of it, because we need evidence that wages are going up and that inflation is going up. Believe it or not, Japan wants to see a wage price spiral. That may sound weird to some of you because you've heard Powell, you've heard everybody in the Fed and everything else, and what did they say? We don't want wage price spiral. There's no signs of wage price spiral. Believe it or not, that would be the holy grail of Japan right now. So if there is evidence, which some people believe there is not solid enough evidence to do it now, that's why most people are downplaying the event. If it does happen and there is evidence, then Japan will exit policy. Then they will actually cave and do that. Maybe they cave today, but here's the reason why some people think that maybe it's going to happen in April or January. Believe it or not, January wasn't even on the cards up until a week ago. People weren't even thinking January. Everybody was punting till April for this. Why? Because there's a quarterly outlook in Japan. So every 3 months, there's a quarterly outlook on the economy, and what people are saying is that Bank of Japan is waiting for that quarterly report to come in and say, hey, wages are going up. The Shunto wage hikes are working. We're watching prices go up and they're staying elevated. And now that wages are going up, those prices will stay up because of the wage price spiral. If they get that on the quarterly outlook, some people are saying, hey, they're going to have to wait till April to get solid evidence and do that. But now some people are saying, well, if anything moving forward after some of the leaks from the Nikkei the other day, they're starting to say maybe that does happen like right maybe at January, or maybe that happens now. The decision is going to be here now in 20 minutes, I believe, is when we're going to be getting. It takes some time, and then the press conference is a few hours later. So the best part is we're not going to get any of that. I'm glad I answered that question live because it brings us to our almost final key. Our almost final key. I had to down a water. Usually don't get that during the non-watch list or non-live watch list. Yeah, we are live, baby. So here's the deal. What we're looking for today It's very simple. If they do make a change, then there you go. That everyone's going to lose their shit. Everything's going to go crazy, right? But realistically, what everybody is going to be looking for is the changes in the statement to indicate whether or not they're getting confidence that leads into January or April, and how are they feeling about the weird holy grail of a wage price spiral. Are they actually getting that? So that's going to be the first big thing. Just like Powell, in a weird way, this meeting for Bank of Japan, it kind of possesses that important, like it was a summary of economic projections. Now, granted, they're not releasing any of that data there, but people are looking for changes in the statement today. Now, this is where it gets awkward, okay? I hate to break it to you guys, but I can't read Japanese. I didn't know if you guys knew that or not, even though I love Japan. I've never been there, but, I can't read Japanese. So we're not going to be able to analyze this statement as much. We will have to rely on some other sources, believe it or not. I know, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. So the irony is that we're just a bunch of Americans right now, and we're talking about changes. We got to read the changes in the statement. We got to go through. But realistically, any sort of change, we'll be able to pick up on it quick. I don't know if I have the wire up right now, but in general, the idea here is we are going to be getting that statement. And if there is changes in that statement, then that will either lead to confidence in wages going up or not. But hopefully by this point, you guys understand wages need to go up. That's what they are looking for. And if the statement references wages going up and they like it, that's going to all be the more bullish for the yen. That is all going to be more of an indication that you are going to be getting that sort of reaction. The next part is going to be the UATA conference. So just like Jerome Powell, people want to see his attitude. They want to see if he is going to display any confidence and how does he do it. But thankfully, we're not going to get that here tonight. So we're only going to get the statement, again, how they operate in Japan. The press conference comes out a little bit later, so you're not going to get that. But we should see one reaction right now, and then through the middle of the night, we're probably, by the time you wake up, you're going to really find out how Powell is feeling towards all of it. You live in Japan, you going to let us know? All right, man. Honestly, you could go to Nikkei.com. That's a great place to look for it. Again, and honestly, that's another thing. Before I lead into now some of the market effects, just keep in mind, it was a couple weeks ago, 2 days before we made that play on the yen, they were literally saying how maybe they're going to exit policy. The Nikkei, they've been low-key kind of leaking certain things. But now here is something that I learned this morning. Are you guys ready? There has been no press leaks since the last week, ever since you got that last one. And believe it or not, that is quite unusual. So the last 4 Bank of Japan meetings, about the day before, there would be a Nikkei article leaking what was going to happen, or even if it never happened, it would mess up the market. That has not happened this time around. So it's not, I don't know if it's tinfoil or not, but because it's a fact, it hasn't occurred. So it's Nikkei leaks, not the other Nikkei leaks, Nikkei, but this time around, it legitimately, it's actually very quiet coming into this, besides what we had to deal with just a couple of weeks ago. So besides that, man, the final thing, this is one thing we've talked about a while already. It's very simple. If Japan raises rates, man, and if they do raise rates, or now people insinuate they're going to raise rates here shortly after this meeting, after hearing it, then the yen is going to strengthen like crazy. And the dollar is going to go down if that occurs, and bonds will sell off. As people prepare to front-run the move. Think about what has happened already. Like I've told you, I can't highlight this enough, and I hope you could learn from what happened here in America and apply it to this situation, because we never cut rates. People are acting like it. People are going to buy bonds like they're cutting rates. But hopefully you understand here, that is where we would get the bond sell-off. And why? It's the repatriation. You have to realize, if Japan goes out of negative interest rates, what's going to happen? There's a thing called the carry trade is one part of it, but even on a basic level, you have to think about it. If Japan goes from negative rates to positive rates, people will have an incentive now to sell out of one area in America, aka the bonds, and go and buy the yen and go and buy Japanese bonds now that they're able to get a rate. Especially if you think that the raising rates won't be sustainable for Japan, then you want to lock in positive rates before they go negative again. So it is called the repatriation trade. That is the problem. But even in general, hopefully you guys are picking up on how this could affect the stock market in America, because guess what? If the yen goes up, the dollar is going to go down. So if the dollar goes down, it could affect the pound, the euro, a lot of other things, but that's going to be its own little dynamic that we're going to be dealing with. So here's the deal. If today is only just a move, even if they exit it or not, it may be short-lived for a little bit. There may be a big confirmation reaction, but then the whole repatriation, this whole idea of negativity, I do think it could be very negative for our market. However, it's going to have to come in bursts. It's not just like, how pretty much what I could compare it to would be like this. It would remind me of January of like 2022. The first time you heard Powell was going to exit easy money policy and then come down. Look at what happened. You had the big reaction. Everybody freaked out. Isn't it funny that at one point, rates were still at like sub 2% on the 10-year and the market was just absolutely cratering. It was the thought of it. It was the idea. Then eventually it stabilized. I would expect similar things if the yen did do that. Exactly. You're going to get the fear drop and money will leave. It's not as if, again, right now as well, that's a great addition you're giving me there. But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, we're dealing with Janet Yellen in the bonds, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need more money for the bond. We're going to sell 50 billion to fund the next 30 years. Our deficit's going low. I don't know if I can't see. I usually don't go like that on the watch list, but think about bond supply and think about some of those other factors there that could have some of that negative effect leading down the road. So we'll see how it all plays out. But Chattadonia, above all else, man, this is a big event. I mean, again, like I'm telling you, I didn't even plan on making a watch list for the rest of the year here. But with the way I'm looking at it, man, this could be a big one. And can I just give you a reminder? Let me give you one more beautiful reminder. And then we could get into the plays, baby. Then we could get into the plays. Don't you worry. We'll get into the plays. It might be a dud. I mean, that's totally, that's honestly the first key I got for you, man. It could be a giant punt. So, like, for real, but that's why I'm telling you what you should be taking away out of this event is you need to be watching the wage price spiral in Japan no matter what. And if you do notice that, and if we do pick up on signals, you're either going to get a play out of this today or down the road into next year. This is going to be one of the biggest plays. I could almost guarantee it, but anybody who guarantees anything in finance is weird, or you wouldn't trust them, okay? So I love it, though. You guys know I'm very passionate about my yen, but like I'm saying, I'm not the type. It's not just, okay, what's the play? It's understand it. If you could understand this wage price spiral, if you could understand the reasoning why, you are going to be very well equipped for this. But the last thing I wanted to show you was just one more thing, okay? One more thing just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. But like, you guys remember this? You guys remember December 13th? And there was like a huge pop, and then the market for like 5 days just died, and then it unleashed the beginning of the year where we started to do good. Does anybody know what happened here? Well, this little thing, it doesn't look as dramatic when I zoom in way too close. You know what I'm saying? But do you know what that was? I mean, like, let's get right here. Yeah, right here. There you go. The little pop, drop, and then leading to the beginning of the year. What was that? What could that have been? It's live, baby, so you better answer in the chat. It's live. You better like the video too, man. Good evening. It's Bank of Japan time. What time is it, actually? Oh, we got 12 minutes. We got 12 minutes. All right, somebody got it. It wasn't Powell. It was not the ECB. It was the Bank of Japan. Believe it or not. So around this meeting last year, even though they started talking aggressively, they never did anything. And by the time they had to mess with their rates and they started to adjust the lower band, remember they started to raise the band of the bonds? That was the first time they did it, and that's what caused this reaction in our market. So this is why I'm saying, today with the holidays, the liquidity, everybody's out there, you might get a little bit of craziness just in case. But especially this time around, the rumors, and now with everybody, even Powell getting ready to move, we're gonna see what happens. So we'll see 6J Chicle. Oh wow, whoa, 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 whoa. Are we already? Yeah, yen's already moving here. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. My newswire's down. Japan has set draft budget. No. Bank of Japan econ assessment leaves ceiling for annual ETF purchases unchanged. Keeps deposit rate at -1. Keeps 10-year target around 0%. Bank of Japan says aims for stable 2% inflation by patiently continuing monetary easing. Oh, honestly, this was actually a little bit more dovish than expected, I think. What is this? So literally, Bank of Japan says it aims for, that right now is already coming out like a total nothing burger. But again, first candles, it's only down by 0.38, which is very, very wild to think about, because that seems off of my radar, that seems very, very bullish or dovish. Not bullish for the yen, dovish, which would mean bearish, good for bonds. So honestly, I have bond futures open. Yeah, bonds might even catch a bit off of that. I had gold up there. You might want to look at it. But, oh, yeah, dollar's up because yen just dropped 0.3, 0.4 in one candle. So this one's going to get good. Literally, so compared to all of the rumors now, I don't know if that's the full statement, though. Let me see what we got here. I think we're going to get little by little. Again, that literally just came out 10 minutes ahead of time. So give it another 10 minutes. But first set so far, it does not look like we are getting what anybody else was expecting out there. On the 70% of economists were correct. I don't know that's bearish. If anything, this is bullish for bonds in the stock market. For now, if it stays down. Again, the yen is getting absolutely destroyed. Bonds should catch a bid, but see, they're already up a quarter. Yen is down. Yen's down now 0.5%. So I was just saying 0.3. It just dropped another 0.5. 10-year dropping. The ZB, let me check the 10-year. 10 years not too bad, though. 10-year could be mollywopped off of that. Again, they do have a positive correlation. I'm sipping on water, baby. Water. They sound like Powell. No, because Powell was very surprising. If anything, it seems like Bank of Japan is standing pat. They're standing firm on this whole idea that they're just going to be chilling. But let's see here. That's the first read on it. So I had plays. My plays were just literally yen and gold. We'll get to that one in a second. We'll see if we have any more updates. They aim for stable. Again, this might be the only one that comes through. But first reaction is negative, but down 0.5% on the yen right now. So honestly, that should be a sigh of relief. You're probably going to now, this might even greenlight the rest of the rally for the rest of the year. Might take bearish but cautious. Until we get this statement, we won't know. So as of now, though, until we get the full statement in UEDA, they're again, I mean, patiently continuing monetary easing. I don't know if patiently is that type of wording there makes it just seem like good old Japan doing the same thing. None of the people who got expelled from the fraud stuff, none of that had an effect. Again, everything is staying the same. This time, though, they're not they're not changing any of the ceilings for the purchases, that's not changing, and then you're not hearing anything about the upper or lower band. Right now, no problems for the SPY. I think even if you look at the yen right now or this ES futures, they're barely down. But again, in scope, in the context, I mean, the yen down 0.5% in a candle is massive. But the market itself is not going down. So this is good. This is good for the market for now. But this is the first step. So next couple of minutes, we'll get a couple of more updates here. And then we'll go through it. And then we'll chill here for a little. And then Bank of Japan, UEDA, we'll have to hear from him. Unless you guys want to stay up till 1 a.m. I don't got time for that, bro. I need a shower, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got a puppy. We got a lot of things we got to deal with, man. A lot of things. It costs some action. A little. That's the first reaction for now, but we'll see. But that's kind of surprising. I'll just get the headlines. Yeah, I feel you, man. Make you want to get some sushi. I want some sushi. I'm down with that, man. I'm down. Yen runs so much for the anticipation and nothing burger. Yeah, it's been like that for the last 10 years. But lately, you've only seen it more pronounced just because this has been the first 3 years that the yen has actually underperformed everything. So remember, we can't ever forget the yen is traditionally a safe haven currency. Up until 2021 or 2022, it lost that status by having this weakening. So that's been the crazy part, because it used to be a really strong currency, and now that you don't have that, you're definitely dealing with a lot more anticipation and hype, because there's people like me out there who are like, oh yeah, it's going to return back there. But then also too, the government, they're not changing their policy, and they haven't for a while. So must screw Bank of Japan. I got these other updates. Whoa. I'm getting these on another one. So economy has recovered moderately. Bank of Japan keeps unchanged 1% reference rate. Make decision on YCC by unanimous vote. Makes no changes to forward guidance. Bank of Japan private consumption continues to rise moderately. Inflation expectations heighten moderately. That's kind of good for now. Year-over-year rate in rise is slower than a while ago, mainly due to effects of pushing down energy. Trend inflation likely to gradually accelerate, but CPI has been around 3% recently due to pass-through of cost increases to consumer prices. Inflation expectations have risen moderately. Economy likely to continue recovering moderately for time being. Bank of Japan inflation likely to move above 2%, then slow pace of increases thereafter. Japan economy projected to continue growing at pace above potential growth rate. Uncertainty regarding Japan's economy. Prices remain very high. Rate of rise in CPI likely to be above 2% through fiscal 2024. They must scrutinize FX market moves and their impact on economy. So they're kind of clapping back against the yen. Thereafter, rate of rise projected to slow down. Underlying CPI inflation likely to increase gradually toward achieving price stability. So seems like the language, I think it's still soft, honestly. As you know, I'm a yen bull. I would have liked that for them to discuss inflation going up a little bit more, but it does not seem. It seems like they're talking about it going up, but seems to be the same position that they were in about 3 months ago, fortunately. So again, market rally should survive after this, unless Ueda just does the exact opposite. But for now, statement was a nothing burger comparatively. Again, even after I just read you those, again, underlying CPI likely to increase. Yeah, those are all of the main headlines that came out from it. Punt, big punt. Again, I don't know. January may be on the table, but that might even hurt January odds. The only thing that might hold up the yen is them bringing up the Forex market. Again, must scrutinize FX market moves and their impact on economy and prices. That right there may be helpful, but we'll have to see when Ueda speaks. Well, yeah, unchanged. I mean, yen's down for a little bit. I think that's going to disappoint some of the yen speculators out there. But for the most part, though, that is definitely. It could have came in with a lot more juice, especially considering rumors or not. But nah, I don't think it had the juice. What was it? They said uncertainty, prices remain high. What was it? What was the wording? And moderately. So again, I think they said inflation has risen moderately. Moderately is a moderate word. You know what I'm saying? If someone was like, you're moderately cool, that's not dope. You know what I'm saying? Like if I said you're like extremely cool, if inflation, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you're extremely dope. If you're moderately cool, like that's not a compliment. So I don't think their whole is mid. Mid is literally the definition. It's mid. They're like, it's mid. You know, you want the mid shelf. It's good. It's in the middle. It's not the best. It's not the worst, but it's moderately increasing. So it's not too bad. There's one more word. Where was it? Inflation likely to gradually accelerate. Heightening inflation expectations, heightening moderately. Again, literally private consumption moderately. So again, I think they're keeping it moderate. Yeah, it's moderately nothing. Could have been, well, nothing. I mean, the thing was, if they raised, here's the beauty of what just happened. The world isn't changing for at least until 2024. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I guess maybe they're going to hold the status quo here, but when it's all said and done, I mean, nothing is changing at the end of this. I'm not bullish on the yen after that, no. I'm still in my plays. I'm just down to hold some of them. I bought mine with like 9 months or 6 months of time. I have a shorter term one, but at the end of the day, this isn't, if anything, I think this will be better for the market. We'll see like the overall reaction. We'll let some stuff feed through, but for the most part, it's not anything too crazy. No Japan Grinch. Yeah, last year it was. But I think they're holding on, let Powell do the dirty work, and that's it for now. That's it for now, Chad. Don't any questions. We're gonna get a couple more updates, but again, I mean, in 45 seconds, that'll be the official time. But they dropped it earlier. We're already got that statement, man. I like how they do it in Japan. They said we'll release it. They said we're gonna release it at 10 p.m. and then they come out with it 10 minutes early. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In a weird way, it does bless the rally. I would say honestly, where's the Paris trader? Where's the Russell on all of this? Yeah, Russell's actually loving it. But that one, they're all still negative, though. Honestly, equity world, equity land, bonds, they're still relatively calm when it's all said and done. Rate hike expectations went up. We'll see how that ends up playing out, but not too bad. Not too bad, my friend. Could be worse. Could be worse. You hopped on. Oh, you missed. Well, we went over the review. So, again, this is the beauty. This time around, what the hell just happened? Oh, did I close it? Oh, no. I was like, what? It should have came here. But we were just talking about Bank of Japan. It could be very, very big, but it could also be a huge punt. So, literally, I need to make this literally what just happened. I need to make it really – I'm going to make it bigger next time. Because, like, literally, we just got a gigantic punt. That's literally what just happened right there. Okay? You literally got they didn't do anything. So, above all else, though, again, I was going to say, here are my plays. FXY, literally my favorite play until now, until this happened. So now I still love it. No matter what, we're going to find out how that plays. And then gold. So this would probably be your next key to watch for coming into tomorrow. You could play the SPY or the Russell, but let's see where, I mean, we're going to be punting now. So again, we're just going to go back to what we were dealing with. But the fact of the matter is that the yen is not going to be a problem for the bonds tomorrow. That's the big key that we could take away from it. The only other thing I would say right now, or if I was going to bring anything up, I mean, let me ask you, what would be bullish tomorrow? Let me ask you, if we know the bonds won't get clapped because there's not a crazy policy shift, right? What would be the thing that could make us kind of go up tomorrow? Anybody? There's one thing that's going to help that you should be watching for, and it's not really too good right now. That's the only issue. It's not KRE. No. We already went over it on the keys, believe it or not. Oh, believe it or not. What do you think it is? There you go. David. Dollar. Yeah, the dollar. So that's the only issue that I see right now. But I think it'll, Bostic talks, right? The dollar. So think about it. Yen is down by 0.5. Dollar, pound, everything else might get a reaction to that, but especially the dollar. So that's going to be it. But for the most part, assuming a strong dollar doesn't mess us up tomorrow, this should all be bullish. That's about it. But if anything, remember we have PCE on Friday now. We're going to punt a little bit and then go into there. But yeah, so now we wait for UETA. It's not over yet. So here's the deal. Yen is already down 0.5%. And by the middle of the night, by the time UETA is done, it could either be down 1% to like 1.5%, or you'll come back up and then you might even be up by 0.5%, depending on what he says. Well, it's not full in the sandbag just yet. The problem is it's a couple of hours till UETA now. So that's it. The statement was dog shit, though. There was nothing in the statement. Statement was, again, moderate. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start calling people moderate. It's moderately there. You're wildly mediocre. It's literally what it is, man. It's very, very wild. So, like, even then, with what we're getting now, I wouldn't be surprised, again, if after UETA, we could drop like another 1% on the yen. Otherwise, it's going to be able to bounce back up. So, other than that, Chatadonia, is there any questions? We could hang out for a little bit if you would like, but is there any questions that you may have about the market, anything? Again, I'm not going to have any watch list after this, unless I got a video. I had a call with E-Trade today. Them damn scammers, bro. I'm telling you, I was on the phone with E-Trade today for an hour. And then you know what this dude did to me? Dude, this is like some shit from the 90s, bro. He was like, I had Singular Wireless. The dude started to play me, bro. You know what he did? Because I told him, I was like, bro, I literally notified him. I said, I hope you know this call serves as my notification that you guys are in violation of FINRA. Of FINRA code, what was it, 11870? I told him, I said, this is my notification. And then he's like doing all this stuff. And after an hour and a half on the phone, bro, I have it recorded. So let me chop this up and I'll make a video for you. I have all of this shit recorded, bro. I was like, are you kidding me? This dude starts going, hey, Josh, are you there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm here. He's like, hello, are you on mute? I'm like, I'm here. You could hear me, bro. Like, I'm literally like yelling into the phone. I'm like muting my phone and unmuting it. And I'm like, bro, you could hear me. I'm like, you're kidding me. And then like, he's like, I can't, hello, are you there? And I'm like, dude, and I just start, I do what any, like, listen, if any mother effer try to play you like that, you know what you do? You go to the keypad and start dialing and hitting numbers. So I'm like going beep, 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 beep. You know, I'm trying to like give him like some sort of sign language, let him know I'm there. And he's like, well, my time is up. If you're not here, unfortunately, I have to end the call. And then he hangs up the phone. Oh, yeah, bro. I got so mad. Uh-huh. But yeah, that was my story for the day. And then I had other work that I got to do, that I had to do, man. And then, yeah, savage move, bro. And then I filed my FINRA complaint. You know that because they only have 3 days. You have 3 business days to validate an account transfer. So I called Fidelity and I let them know, and they did that. But I just said, literally, if you do not, like, it's a law. Like, that's it. It's FINRA guidelines and regulations. I'm like, you have 3 business days. It has been fucking 11. So I don't know, sir. I don't know. Oh, thanks for the roses. Hey, thanks for the roses. Awesome. But anyways, that was my thing. But any questions? You guys have anything? Sorry for the little rant. I had to get that off my chest, man. I had to get that off my chest, bro. We've dealt with a lot, man. AMD, we talked about it today. I like it, but I mean, I think you could get a better deal. I'm not a fan of buying anything at too much of a premium this year. Like I said, man, if you want, you could FOMO into a lot of other things. But then again, like, you know, if you want to keep averaging down, don't let me stop you, you know. But if it's long term, man, make sure you go and hold it for 10 years minimum. Act as if you can't change your mind for 10 years. Why did Bill come down today? Great question. I was asked that 1,000 times. It's because Bill has 2x dividends in December. You get 2 dividend payments in December, and then you get no dividend payment. And then you get no dividend payment in January. So that's why that happened. Otherwise, you'll get your money back. Don't worry, and you'll be good. I'm going to transfer to Fidelity if they let me. We'll see. Time to buy. I mean, if the rates beginning in the next year, man, if interest rates in this whole thing goes good and those distressed real estates go down, man, we're going to have a ball. I think real estate stocks are going to enjoy it, man. I think they are going to enjoy it. This is Josh After Hour. I mean, it's kind of what you get on the stream, you know what I'm saying? But definitely a little later here, and then we got Japan, and that's it. That was kind of disappointment, man. It was very moderate. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was very. I mean, the yen might get crazy here. This is probably Bank of Japan buying it and supporting it. But other than that, man, I got dressed up. I did my makeup. You know what I'm saying? I came to the party, and then it just ended, and then that's it. Now I'm going home. You know what I'm saying? It's so moderate, bro. Just moderate. I'm moderately excited. You know, hey, guys, I'm moderately excited to be here. Thanks for being here. I think we're in for a moderate type of night. You know what I'm saying? Any other questions? Anything else for me? Anything else? You want me to get you sushi? I thought you were going to get me sushi. Oh, we had a total miscommunication, sir. I apologize. I don't think this is going to work how I intended. That's crazy. I got my sandals and everything. I'm ready to go, man. Moderate amount of tin. You have to report when your account transfer. Well, if your transferring broker does not, like, if you submit a request and the broker holding your money does not respond to the transfer request in X amount of days without a legitimate reason, then they are in violation of FINRA guidelines, which most people, they sweat when they hear that, but I'll leave that to their compliance. Let me moderately in moderation. Oil, I think oil is pretty moderate. The Red Sea, honestly, that's something. So I have it here on the plays because gold. So again, gold is either going to, like I'm telling you, with the yen and whatever happens, gold might get clapped a little bit if the dollar is going to come down. That's going to be something to watch here. But gold is actually holding up quite well after the yen. But that's one thing to watch for moving forward over the next couple of days. I'm in a big gold play. I went with a gold future, but then also that Red Sea drama, bro. So that's why I'm glad you brought up oil, because the whole Red Sea thing, man, that's been messing with oil. So, like, the thing is, though, oil is dead right now. Again, I mean, yeah, right, I was really in a dump on our oil, huh? Yeah, it's just all gone, but look at the price, huh? Who's complaining? So, like, again, even Japan, literally, isn't that crazy? Japan would probably have inflation if oil went back up. But again, oil has came down a lot, and there's a lot of issues. But it gave it a little pop from the gulag of 68. But above all else, it's very important that I would say that oil could sustain an upside. But I don't know, man. You need some real global conflict coming back. Otherwise, the weather is favorable for oil coming down. Things are calming down. Supply chain issues. Like, you really need some sort of disruption to bring it back. Otherwise, it is controlled by the demand. And then the force is afraid the force be with. We have the force. Have it, Luke. Anyways. Suez Cloud. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens with it. Thank you for elaborating. Of course, great question. Great question, man. I really appreciate that one. I like it. So I got no plays on oil. We should have bought it the other day, but like then again, I mean, buy it on the down 4%. I think oil's great to trade. Pfizer for the long term. I just picked that up today for Colt's sister. We picked it up for Friday. So I bought it for my sister. I put it on my sister's account. She ain't look at her account ever. She don't like investing. She be sending me weird like socialist, capitalist, imperialist flow charts. Like I should call her, honestly. She said she's going to call me at like later tonight. She said if she gets off early, but I was like, I don't know, man. I ignored that message. I didn't even respond back to her, man. But yeah, recap Bank of Japan, nothing, dud. They pretty much said that inflation is rising moderately, expectations are rising moderately, and that they see that they're patiently holding everything. They didn't raise any caps. We still got to hear from Ueda. So we're halfway done with it. This is like, so it's like we just got that statement, and now we get a halftime show, and then we calm down. We've been live here for what? 40 minutes, not bad, honestly, 41 minutes. Not anything crazy. I've seen worse, man. I have seen worse. So we good. We chilling. Mm. 20 more minutes? I don't think we're going to get anything in 20 more minutes. At 7:30, and nothing happens like 30. I'll chill with you for the full hour, I guess. You want the full hour? That's fine. I'll be the babysitter. I got you. But I need a good question, though. Otherwise, I'm like too tempted to gamble on the yen. You guys want to trade the yen? Fuck it. I got this one. I got the other one. But, I'm already on the front month contract. I'm kind of down, though. But, like, I think it's going to get clapped even more. Like, I don't really want to gamble. So I don't really have a gamble out there yet. But other than that, I do like the gold play. Again, we'll see the futures, but we already went over long terms, but this is the moment. We have PCE on Friday. You don't need a Forex exchange. I'm just trading currency futures. So that's the best, like, most legit way to trade currency, in my opinion. You could avoid all of the booking and sketchy brokers, and then you get good leverage, and it's all daily statements. Everything is fairly legit. 12 in Brazil, baby. Let's go, baby. 12 a.m. Or it's like 12, just 12. I'm American, man. We don't use the military clocks. Hold bit carry. I'm still in the carry. I like the carry. A lot of people were asking. My plan hasn't changed on that one. I plan on holding that one till March. Again, we're still up like 500% on that play. So it's like, if you want to sell it, you can. Like, you do what you need to do. You had way more money a couple of days ago, so you will get rewarded for making decisions earlier. But other than that, I do think the KRE is legit. I sold out of Bank of America today, so I don't know. You guys want to see what I did here today? So, again, my one yen play that expired today, that closed. Got a little bit of profit on that. I closed out of my bond because I was worried about a little today. I might double dip on that, actually. So what price did we sell that at? 12307. Oh, it's higher. Can we get much higher? Oh. So other than that, I sold out of that. We made like $2,000. Bank of America lost $500. Made the same back with the dividend. That was kind of for the tax loss. Closed Boyle out, old play, but that qualified for tax losses. So got to write that down a little bit. I'll see if it updates. We flipped SBGI. There was news today that like Amazon was getting in on it. that they were doing a partnership with Sinclair Media, and it went up, but I only flipped it out for like, what, 10 cents or something, 15 cents, 16. So I made like $100 on it. I didn't think the news had that much legs, so got in and got out, and then I sold covered calls on my Roblox position, and we got like $4,000 in premium for January contracts, guaranteeing us like 50% higher than where we're at, man. So it's beautiful. Ooh. Yeah, that's it, man. Other than that, I might be down to trade the bond. So ES is already coming back up, but that low key, unless Ueda fucks it up, though, that would be the only thing. 10 years already climbing a little bit. Let me see. Can we get much? That's going to be stuck in my head now. Oh, shit. The yen never made it back up here? Oh, that's my level. I forgot I had my prices already drawn out here from the beginning of the year. So maybe that might give us a little confirmation. I say the yen, that's the 10-year. I do like the ZB, though, a little bit better. But then again, which one has the premium? ZB has the premium. Mm-hmm. How do you think tomorrow will affect the Baidu play? Tomorrow's event, what event? Are you talking China or today's event now with Japan? Unless Ueda says anything, it shouldn't have anything negative. Will you dip by the FXY? I'm just going to go with the futures, but if I ever moved out of my YCL play, then yeah, I would go for FXY. China, you get loan rates. If they cut rates, that could help out China. But then again, China isn't like, people haven't been getting excited when they cut rates. So I would lean towards it would be favorable, but that's going to be more so depending on the scale of rates or not. But lately, last time they had the opportunity to change the MLF rate, they decided not to. So we'll see how that ends up unfolding. I have seen UWMC. It's up on my sister's account. We got it for Colt Sister. That one did very, very good. Excuse me. Yeah, no surprises in the final meeting. It was definitely a dud. Unless Ueda is going to say some crazy stuff, for the most part, it is pretty chill. We'll see. I'm down to trade. We'll give it 20 minutes here. If I still like the bond play, I'll do that trade for you guys. We'll get that one live in here, and then we'll ride that into tomorrow. Other than that, we'll go back. Whereas the yen's kind of coming up a little bit. Yen is not that bad, though. It's only 0.3, honestly. The yen went up, 2% leading into it. So, the yen is holding up all of this. So, in a weird way, I don't think the markets has disappointed, or Japan is definitely intervening of some sort. Well, yen should become bearish if all of this falls through, right? If you saw that run up that just occurred, it should be bear. It should just go back, all the pressures, the money supply, how much money they just unload, The yen has a lot of pressure that could go against it. So we'll see what happens with it. I don't know if people believe it yet. There's still another half of the story. So, I don't know, what if it's a weird horror movie and then Ueda's the plot twist, but, at the end of the day, you do need Ueda to kind of do there. Tomorrow's the loan prime rate, 1 year and 5 year, but that's at nighttime, so it's going to be like tonight, where pretty much all day tomorrow, we're going to get Japan balance of trade after hours tomorrow, but for the most part, you're going to have to, you're going to deal with China news coming into Wednesday. So even if you're looking for Baidu or anything there, I would lean into Wednesday if we get any of that. And then again, too, if the market's good, the yen and the dollar, other foreign assets might be able to do their thing. But, I do think this is the main event for right now. Or again, as we wake up into Ueda and hear that the Japanese POW, that could give us a lot. Can we get much higher? So since money will likely not move to Japanese, should we look into bonds? Helping KRE, and I think Russell's doing good. I would be I'm looking at the 10-year right now, or the 30-year. I got out of one bond play. I'd be down to buy it again now. If Japan isn't going to get in the way, I really do think that could be good for the bonds. Or again, I think if the fact that Japan is not exiting policy nor hinting at it as of yet until we get the other update, it does seem like we are entering, it's kind of blessing the rally. So we'll see. I'm feeling a little bit better. I was a little bit under the weather. I still got mad boogers, bro. Other than that, we're chill. Yen breaks down 0.65, definitely bearish. It should just be bearish in general. So if this shit holds up, I think that's going to be a W. But then again, we'll see. But then I'm already suspecting the government intervention because, again, if there is anything in the statement, they did talk about keeping Forex markets stable. Crash when? You might have to wait till March or, again, maybe the next SCP, or unless, my girl was telling me this, man. My girl was telling me to get the bingo cards ready. And I was like, low-key, though, she kind of blew my mind when she told me, because I was like, damn, you're kind of right. It's already the end of the year. Like, dude, what's on your bingo card for 2024, bro? What Black Swan bingo card do you have? Because, like, dude, remember every time we start the beginning of the year, something pops off. So, like, assuming there's no Black Swan, I'm waiting till, like, pretty much, I think, middle of January. You'll get a little bit of wind pushing back against the rally. Other than that, if you could survive middle of January, it's going to really go until, like, March and April. Another Bank of Japan, another SCP. That will be where we see where the market is, and then there's a test. When do I plan on selling the M2K? I don't really have a set plan, and, like, so I don't want you to be, like, misled or, kind of thinking there, but I'm thinking at minimum towards the end of the month. Again, I made the play, weeks ago, and I was talking about it, but, I did say the Russell will be the best play of December, and I really think it was, so I do want to push that out there, but again, if everything's good, man, and we don't have anything to deal with, I do think the Russell has a lot of upside, and then again, even with timing, the rotations, all of that, I'm really going to be down with it. So I do want to hold it for a while, but I don't know what could happen. But I do have a little bit of time, and I am thinking into at least into the end of December, into New Year. So we'll see. Not a recommendation. You will lose money. Options trading extremely risky. Can't lose all my financial advice. Lose all financial advice. I care no purpose. Only think you have a wonderful day. I have UMC in one account, and I tax loss sold it on another, and I never bought back in, and now it's way higher. Can we get much higher? Oh. You got another bank clappage on your card? It could happen. You guys know the BTFP expires in a couple of months. So the bank term lending facility that they use to, like, give all these banks money and, like, capitalization on, they give them way more money than their collateral's worth. Do you guys know that expires? So, like, in a couple of months, it expires, and then I think you might need congressional approval, or at least some Fed oversight shit has to confirm it again, which that could be it, maybe. But again, I mean, who knows? Maybe I would say I said another war, maybe, but I'm like, we love war now. Everybody just love blowing each other up, and then all the millennials are like, yeah, give them guns, offer no matter what it is. I don't get it. So, I'm a peaceful person, man, a peaceful person. But I don't know if war is a black swan coming into next year, but we'll see what happens, man. We will see. The one they made after SVB, the BTFP. For a while, I'm not going to lie to you, I thought it meant buy the effing dip, but then I was like, dip starts with D, not P. I just thought Janet Yellen was a little slow and upside down the P with the D, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a bank term lending facility. It's the little program. Do you know how it works? It's so insane. The banks will, like, give you how much you paid for your collateral in a loan, even if it's not worth that much anymore. So, like, low-key, like, if you went into GameStop with Madden 2005, or you came in there with Super Nintendo games, and they gave you a loan for how much you bought those Super Nintendo games for, even if they're worth, like, 10 cents. And they're like, oh, yeah, you paid $60? Okay, we'll give you a $60 loan. Back it up with your Super Nintendo game. And that's literally what they've been doing for the last 12 months now to give any of those struggling banks liquidity. And then they charge them 5.5%, though. That's the effed up part, because then you're like, oh, why would they do that? But then again, it's like the bank kind of scandalous, like the Fed, if you think about it, because then the Fed is like, well, we know you're struggling and you definitely can't afford this, but you do got to pay us 5.5% interest on this billions of dollars that you're borrowing. So most of them couldn't even afford it, because then if they don't even have the client money and then all, but then again, I mean, it's been a year of that and you haven't even had to deal with it. So yeah, that's where we're at so far. Great question though. Great. That could be on the bingo card. Thoughts on Trevor Milton getting only 4 years? I mean, welcome to America, baby. 4 years, not bad. I would do 4 years for $1 billion. I'm not gonna lie to you. 4 years for $1 billion, bro. That's it. That's easy. That's easy. But you could thank Trevor Milton for every meme stock rally that ever occurred. He was the first one that brought just straight massive fraud and pump and dumps into your foresight while everybody was given a stimulus check. So you could blame him for a lot, but either way, God bless him. No matter, I don't really care too much. This is America. The BTF I think it ends in March or April, in a couple of months. I think it was a 1-year program. Batman movement. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've been watching that Batman vs Superman, the old one. It was on Netflix. I've been watching it like randomly while I've been doing stuff. It's getting good. It's getting good. Am I saying futures are the best to trade? I like them. I mean, there's a lot of leverage, and leverage could fuck you up really, really bad and really, really fast. But I do like the dollar for dollar aspect, and I like some of the flexibility. I think the mini futures are really good. Do I sleep? I mean, yeah, I sleep pretty fast. That's about it. Like, you go to bed, you wake up, a little bit of rest, drink water. I downed a whole water bottle during this whole thing. I need another one, man. Don't get tired of avoiding the right things, baby. Tell them. Yeah, 6J's up, but again, this is a very minor move. So above all else, I think by Ueda, we're either down 1% or like 1.5, maybe 1.3. That's about it. But what time is it now? What are we looking at? I think I gave you, 5 more minutes, Chad. 5 more minutes, and I'm wrapping it up. Oh, yeah, it's live, man. We already went through it. DVR is on. You guys can go back. Y'all need to like the video. How is there 900 of you and 400 likes? Y'all just hate liking the video. This ain't even the live channel, man. Y'all need to make sure we get the, you know how many times I've been banned? Y'all need to like the video out of just because I got banned, and that's it. They won't show you the video. Okay, I'm a dangerous individual, even though I'm like peace and love all the time. But they like, no, man. How dare you want to misinformation with the Donald? Fuck you. I'm sorry, I don't usually cuss on the watch list. You know that usually, like, that's a live thing, but I am live right now. But any final questions, man? You got 5 minutes, bro. You got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes, man. You got 5 minutes. What do you got for me, man? What do you got for me? Ice cream. I need food, man. Ice cream sounds good, though. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie to you, man. Not gonna lie. That all sounds great. TNA for Russell? No. I play M2K or the RTY, or you could go for the IWM. But never played TNA. But that's like the levered one. Think AMD will dump. I have no idea about AMD individually. You're gonna miss the watch list. I'll miss you guys too. I may make a couple videos, but be on the live stream. Again, youtube.com/the stock market. You should all know. You should all know at this point, but definitely, it's gonna be good. Maybe I can't resist myself and I make a video. That's it. I can't, maybe I get separation anxiety. You never know, man. You never know. I hope it was a good live for here today, though. I really, this event could have possessed a lot, but I'm sure even by the time we wake up, we still have the opportunity to get surprised. So it's not over yet. Don't let my chillness fool you. We still got more, but the first read on everything definitely wasn't too big of a shocker. FXY could get to a 5 handle. I haven't really looked at FXY. I just look at the yen itself. And the prices there, but a 5 handle, yeah, if we go down, I mean, again, if it was just at a 5 handle, actually, no, it was at 61. If things got really bad, but I don't know, actually. I think anything is possible, but, like, you would have to really get bad again to be there. It's like bonds coming back above 5%. Maybe the yen has a higher likelihood of going there, but I don't know about a 5. It's possible, but not probable as of now. So I think that's a little bit more tough there to say. Great question, though. Can we get much higher? Yeah. All right. You cannot open new futures? Why? Why'd they do this to me? I was going to buy the 10-year. They don't like this one? Every single shot. I was going to buy. Man, this always happens. Always clapping. Oh, that's Z and Z. No, why is that negative 19 days? Z and H24. No, I think that was the one. Yeah, why? On this account, you cannot open new futures. Why not? I just closed out one of the ZBs. What the hell? Well, let me buy. I don't want to buy the ZB. I want the 10-year. What the fuck? Well, on that, I was going to end that there. I was going to end it with that and call it a day. Last time it was because I had a lot of positions on, and I had to increase the total amount. But not like 10 over 20. I don't think they're letting me buy anything. What's the like? Let me see the small one, because I'm well above the margin requirement for that. Yeah, I can't even do a mini one. What the hell? Maybe because my other yen today was closed on the money there, or like they made it expire. But I need to switch account sometimes. It glitches. Huh. It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be, baby. But I like that play. Again, we got out of one. We'll do it. We'll get back into those either tomorrow. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe in the middle of the night trading yen. You know where that comes from, right, Chad? You guys know where that comes from, right? Is that, you guys want to end it with that? Well, no, I can't end it with that. They're going to copyright me. They're going to, yeah, that's it. Like, you know, like, think about it. Your weight is going to be in the middle of the night, bro. Y'all don't feel me. You wake up to go pee, go look at the yen. That's what I do on these days. Oh, come on, man. But Chattadonia, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for holding it down. That is all. I'm going to see you bright and early in the morning. You have a wonderful evening. Okay, you enjoy it. Get ready for any surprises. Thank you for all of the time, man. It's been good, and enjoy the holidays, bro. Relax a little bit, okay? Get that long term, baby. But for real, I love you all. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Finger to the sky, baby. And you get a live one. Or not. Let's go. Did you hear it? I hope you heard it. I don't know if you heard it. I hope you did. But that's it, man. I'm heading out. You guys go have fun. I'm going to go shower. I'm going to do my thing. Maybe we get a game of 2K, and we'll see. But either way, enjoy your evening and peace out.